A son who was recorded savagely beating his father to death was today found guilty of murder and given a life sentence at a St Albans Crown Court trial. Husnein Amjad, aged 28, was sentenced for the attack on Amjad Hussain at the family home in Fuller Road, Watford, on October 28, 2021. The harrowing hour-long assault involving a belt, kicks and punches was recorded on a mobile phone. Husnein had denied murdering his father, but pleaded guilty to manslaughter. The victim had been in Pakistan since August 2020, his return having been delayed by family issues and COVID-19. He was collected from Heathrow Airport on October 27, 2021. But the next day, Husnein told his sister Kainat he had something he wanted to speak to his father about in private. Later, Husnein phoned her and said, "Listen, I've done something stupid. Call the ambulance, I'm going to hand myself in." Asked what he was talking about, he replied, "I'm sorry. It was self-defense. Think of the worst thing I could have possibly done." Police and paramedics arrived at the house and tried in vain to resuscitate Mr. Hussain, but he was sadly pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, chest and abdomen. Defending, Christopher Henley, KC, said it was a spontaneous, uncontrollable outburst. There was no intent to kill. The judge, John Hillen, passed a life sentence, saying Husnein must serve a minimum term of 17 years before he can be considered for parole. Sentencing him, the judge said, "Your anger was not a temporary loss of control, as for over an hour you beat your father to death. It has changed your life and your family's life forever. On evidence I and the jury heard, your father was a selfish man who behaved despicably to his wife, the mother you loved, and to his family. He was lazy, demanding, bullying, and ruined the family finances. Even the most objectionable person does not warrant being subject to treatment that you meted out, which almost amounted to torture." This has been Bryn Holmes for My Local News.